Court is calling 2020 CR 2212 State versus Victoria Castro Villarreal. Can I have parties announce?
Andrew Harris, Edelman for the state.
Renee Munoz on behalf of the defendant.
And are you Ms. Villarreal?
Yes.
Did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Are you the same Victoria Castro Villarreal who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2020 CR 2212 for the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 4 to 200 grams on July 2nd, 2020 for a term of 4 years? Is that you?
Yes.
All right, state.
In Bear and or DeWitt County, Texas, the defendant Victoria Castro Villarreal did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of April, May, June, July, August, September, October, and November 2022 in violation of condition number 5.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
State waives the remaining violation allegations, Judge.
No objection to the state waiving the remaining conditions.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 5, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, sir.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 5? All right, you're whispering.
Yes, ma'am.
Court is finding violation of condition number 5 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
I believe so, to adjudicate and sentence to 2 years TDC.
That is our understanding of the recommendation to the court, Your Honor.
What has she done on probation?
She has not reoffended, not picked up any new offenses ever since this possession charge, Judge. In relation to her criminal history, this possession charge is the only thing she ever had. She may have bit off more than she can do in terms of the supervision. There was some issues with family that caused her to be somewhat homeless. Mom losing the apartment that they were in, not affording her the opportunity to check in. And she was scared at that moment and just kind of just didn't check in because she thought she was going to get picked up at that point in time, shortly after the issues with the family home. So she just didn't check in, Judge. But in reference to this charge and to the decision before the court, we asked the court to look at the charge which she's on probation for. She was on probation for, which is possession of controlled substance. It's a nonviolent offense. There are no victims other than the state of Texas and her doing this to herself in terms of the drug usage and the wear and tear on her body, Judge. She has 4 granddaughters. She wants to be there for them, to look over them. She has explained that she currently does not suffer from using substances in terms of addictions, but at the time of this offense, she was dealing with that. I went back to the original case and looked at the circumstances of that case, and it seems like the officer had seen a straw pop out of her pocket and there was some residue on it, which led them to uncovering some methamphetamine in her purse. Although it is classified as a second-degree offense, Judge, it was more or less around the 4-gram range. I think it was like 4.3 grams. So I know that's a large range, the 4 to 200, but we're at the bottom range of that, Judge. So I went over the options with my clients, notified her that staying on probation was going to be a stretch because of the amount of time that she had not checked in. But we're just asking for the honorable court to sentence her in reference to the offense, which is the possession charge. We know that she didn't do much of anything on probation, but she did stay out of trouble and did not pick up any new offenses ever since this 2020 offense, Judge. So this would be the first felony conviction for her and the first time for her going into prison. So being that that's the case in the circumstances, Your Honor, we're asking that the court honorably enter into the 2-year recommendation. I did notify my client that the recommendation is not binding on the court, but I told her I would offer this mitigation to the court so they can get a better look that she's not a career criminal or threat to the community or society.
All right, I have some questions for you. Can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand. State your name for the record.
Victoria.
All right, so did you complete intensive outpatient treatment with probation?
Got it?
No, that's outpatient.
No,
Did you provide proof of employment?
no, I didn't do transport. I'm working.
I'm sorry?
We went because my mom had to get out of her house. So we had to move to Clark County.
All right, so how old are you?
Before.
All right, so you're 40. You're depending on your mom to support you and
That's when I
because,
first got out. I was trying to get back on my feet.
okay.
Literally, I did, later get on, like the RV, on the property, have like a little RV.
All right, so let me just tell you my issues with you. My issues are that we were here previously before for your not reporting. And you continue to not report. Reporting is the easiest thing to do on probation. All you have to do is report, and you didn't. That's a problem. And I don't know if you're clean or not clean.
Well, I got children, I got my granddaughters, cause my son, I lost my kid's GPS, but I got my children back, 'cause they aged out.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna leave my grandkids over something stupid like I did my.
Well,
children.
here's the thing. You're saying you're not going to lose your grandchildren. You are. You're about to go to prison.
Now I have no choice, but I have to know drugs.
Mhm.
I think the issue, Judge, if I may interject, and I apologize to the court for this, is that the time she was dealing with these issues of non-reporting, she was also seemingly dealing with her addiction issues. And I just feel that maybe after SATIF, which she did complete, Judge, that maybe some more intensive care would have been in line, but I feel like she was still struggling with those issues, which made reporting a little difficult for her, and she probably was fearful. But I've explained to her sometimes, a lot of the times we have to face our fears because if not, they're eventually going to catch up with us and it's going to be much more detrimental to our future than just facing up to the fear. And she's taken responsibility, accountability, Judge. She knows what she did was not correct. We're not asking that she be continued on probation. We understand the court wants to adjudicate her, but we're asking that the term of years is on the lower end as she's first time going to prison, first time being a convicted felon, and not reoffending, Judge.
Probation, has she done anything on probation?
Judge,
She was working on it, Judge.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. The court is going to find you guilty. The court will revoke. The court will sentence you to 5 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served, request the therapeutic community. There's $1,000 fine, time and money to run concurrent. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors, credit for any time served in SATA. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it? You have a limited right to appeal. That right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you are on deferred adjudication. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. Obviously, you have a drug problem. When you are released from prison, if you cannot find a place to go, if I'm still here, you come back here, I'll pick up the phone, call, so you can get in a place so you can maintain your sobriety. Because when you don't, one or two things gonna end up happening. Either you're gonna go down this line where you're gonna constantly be in and out of jail, in and out of prison, or either you're gonna get some bad drugs and somebody's gonna have to identify your body. And usually the person they have identify the body is a family member. So it's gonna, maybe your mom, maybe your children, maybe your grandchildren. You understand? All right, good luck to you.
May we go on the record briefly?
Yes.
So I can state the SATIF dates upon her completion?
Yes,
As per the probation court summary and also verification of my client, that she completed SATIF for the dates of August 20th, 2021 through December 17th of 2021. And council just wanted to get that on the record.
all right. And if you'll just make sure that the clerks have that time.
Definitely will, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.